Have you ever seen someone stay calm in chaos like a lighthouse in a storm? It's not magic, it's a skill you can learn. Imagine being that person, unshaken by criticism, online comments, or daily drama. Instead of reacting, you pause, listen, and respond with clarity. Our world constantly pokes at our emotions, draining our energy and focus. But you can flip the script. This is emotional immunity, the power to observe drama without getting pulled in, to choose your response instead of reacting on autopilot. In this journey, you'll learn a practical method to process emotions wisely, retrain your brain for resilience, and unlock your calm in any storm. Let's begin. Open your mind to the possibility of becoming the calm in any storm. Ever wonder why you're constantly exhausted, even after seemingly getting a good night's sleep? You drift off, hoping to wake up refreshed. But that feeling of rejuvenation never quite arrives. You might even find yourself reaching for that extra cup of coffee just to make it through the morning. The real drain isn't always about your packed schedule or the sheer number of tasks on your to-do list. It's often the hidden emotional tax you pay every single day, a silent thief of your vitality. It's the accumulation of small stresses that add up and leave you feeling depleted. Every argument, whether it's a full-blown confrontation or a minor disagreement, every negative comment, whether it's a direct insult or a subtle jab, or every surge of anxiety, no matter how fleeting it may seem, chips away at your precious energy reserves. These emotional microtransactions leave you feeling drained and unable to fully engage with the world around you. Our brains are constantly bombarded by triggers, a relentless onslaught of stimuli, emails demanding immediate attention, news headlines designed to provoke fear and outrage, and the endless scroll of social media filled with carefully curated images and opinions, each one demanding a toll on your mental and emotional well-being. It's like running a dozen different apps simultaneously in your mind, each one consuming processing power and relentlessly draining your battery. No wonder you're feeling so tired and depleted, even when you haven't engaged in any significant physical effort. This constant state of reactivity and hyper-awareness significantly impacts your ability to focus and concentrate, stifles your creativity and innovative thinking, and ultimately undermines your overall health and well-being, and negatively affects the quality of your relationships with those you care about most. The crucial question is this: how much of your precious life force are you unconsciously giving away to things that ultimately don't serve you or contribute to your happiness and fulfillment? Recognizing and acknowledging this hidden emotional tax is the absolutely essential first step towards reclaiming your lost energy and taking control of your well-being. Let's embark on a journey to learn practical strategies to identify and stop these energy leaks, and then consciously invest that reclaimed energy back into nurturing yourself, pursuing your passions, and living a more vibrant and fulfilling life. Just calm down. Has that ever helped anyone? Suppressing emotions doesn't work. It just bottles them up until they explode or leak out as anxiety and fatigue. Emotions are energy. When you push them down, you're not erasing them. You're storing them under pressure. It's like holding a beach ball underwater, exhausting, and eventually it bursts out. True emotional mastery isn't about suppression. It's about letting emotions surface and understanding them. The myth of control through force only creates inner conflict and exhaustion. Real calm comes from befriending your emotions, not fighting them. Awareness and skillful guidance, not suppression, are the foundation of emotional immunity. Let's build a new relationship with our feelings. Staying calm is like building muscle at the gym. It takes practice, not luck. Every time you react the same old way, you strengthen that habit in your brain. But you can build new, calmer pathways with intention. Neuroscience shows our brains are adaptable. Each mindful response is a rep for your emotional immunity muscle. At first, it's hard. But with repetition, calm becomes your new default. The goal isn't to avoid triggers, but to use them as training opportunities. Every frustration is a chance to practice and grow stronger. You move from being a victim of circumstance to the architect of your inner state. You're not just living, you're shaping your experience of life. So how do you build this muscle of emotional immunity? How do you cultivate the ability to remain calm, centered and in control, even when faced with challenging situations or difficult emotions. It's a process, a journey of self-discovery and consistent practice. Enter the 3-2-1 Emotional Immunity Protocol. This isn't just a theoretical concept, it's a practical, actionable framework you can use in your daily life. It's a simple yet powerful tool designed to create space between trigger and response. This space is where you find your power, your ability to choose how you react, rather than simply being swept away by your emotions. The protocol begins with 3 acknowledgements. First, name the feeling. What emotion are you experiencing? Then, identify the physical sensation associated with that feeling. Where do you feel it in your body? And finally, acknowledge the first thought that arises in your mind. What's the immediate narrative that accompanies the emotion? For example, I feel anger rising within me, my chest is tight, constricted, and I feel the heat in my face. My thought is, this is completely unfair, they always do this to me. This act of naming creates distance between you and the emotion. It's like stepping back from a painting to see the bigger picture. You're observing, not becoming the emotion. You're witnessing it as a temporary state rather than being consumed by it. Next, we move to 2 perspective shifts. Ask yourself, is there another way to see this situation? Could there be a different interpretation of events? And then zoom out further and ask, will this matter in 5 days, 5 weeks, or even 5 years from now? You'll find that most triggers, when viewed through this wider lens, shrink significantly in importance and intensity. Finally, we arrive at 1 redirection. Consciously choose where to put your energy and attention next. Don't let the trigger dictate your actions. Take a deep, calming breath. Consciously shift your focus to your next task, something productive and meaningful. Or ask yourself a powerful question. What would my best self do in this situation right now? This simple yet profound sequence, when practiced consistently, rewires your brain over time. It gradually moves you from a state of reactivity, where you're at the mercy of your emotions, to a state of resilience, where you can navigate challenges with greater ease and composure. With consistent practice, you'll find yourself responding to triggers with clarity, thoughtfulness and intention, rather than impulsive reactions. This protocol becomes your anchor, providing stability and grounding in the midst of any emotional storm. So let's see this emotional immunity protocol in action and explore how it can be applied to real-life situations. Now that we've explored the mechanics of the 3-2-1 protocol, let's delve into how it can be applied in the hustle and bustle of everyday life. This isn't just a theoretical exercise, it's about equipping you with a practical tool to navigate the inevitable challenges and emotional triggers that arise in your daily interactions. We'll see how to apply the 3-2-1 protocol to real life. From the pressures of the workplace to the complexities of personal relationships, this protocol offers a pathway to greater emotional resilience and more mindful responses. Imagine this. At work, you get a critical email. It's the kind of message that instantly makes your heart race and your palms sweat. The old you would have reacted defensively, fueled by anger and ready to fire back a scathing response without a second thought. It's a knee-jerk reaction driven by ego and the desire to protect yourself. But the new you, armed with the 3-2-1 protocol, takes a pause. You acknowledge your feelings, the anger, the frustration, the tension that's building up in your chest. You recognize these emotions without judgment, simply observing them as they arise. You notice your first thought, that immediate reactive impulse that wants to lash out. Now you shift your perspective. Maybe your manager is under immense pressure, dealing with their own set of challenges that have nothing to do with you. Or maybe, in the grand scheme of things, this email won't even matter in a week. Will it truly impact your long-term goals or well-being? As you shift your perspective, you'll find that the emotional charge begins to fade. The intensity of your reaction diminishes. Now, redirect your energy. Don't reply to that email right away. Resist the urge to react impulsively. Instead, get a glass of water. Hydrate your body and give yourself a moment to physically step away from the situation. Return to your desk later when you have a calm and clear mind, ready to respond thoughtfully and constructively. You've just done a rep for your emotional immunity, strengthening your ability to handle stressful situations with grace and composure. Now let's consider another scenario. At home, a disagreement with your partner escalates. The old you would have engaged in a heated argument, driven by the need to be right and to win at all costs. But the new you, remembering the protocol, acknowledges the anger that's bubbling up inside. You notice the physical tension in your body, the clenched jaw, the tight shoulders, the racing heart. You recognize the thought that's fueling the conflict, perhaps something like, "He's not listening to me," or "She always does this." You shift your perspective. Maybe your partner is stressed about something completely unrelated to you, and their reaction is simply a manifestation of that stress. You ask yourself, will this argument truly matter in 5 days? Or is it a fleeting moment of frustration? More importantly, is winning this argument worth sacrificing the connection and intimacy you share with your partner? You redirect the situation by pausing the argument. Call a timeout, take a deep breath, allowing yourself to calm down and regain composure. And consciously choose connection and understanding over conflict and resentment. By consistently applying this protocol, you'll find that friction transforms into opportunities for growth, and everyday dramas evolve into profound moments of wisdom and self-awareness. The 3-2-1 protocol becomes your universal tool, your compass for navigating the complexities and challenges that life inevitably throws your way. Practice it diligently, integrate it into your daily routine, and watch as your reactions transform, your relationships deepen, and your overall sense of well-being flourishes. Should you listen to your emotions? Absolutely. Emotional immunity isn't about ignoring feelings, it's about understanding their message. Emotions are data, not commands. You're the CEO, not the servant. Think of emotions as a smoke alarm. They signal something, but you need to investigate, not just react. The 3-2-1 protocol helps you pause, assess, and see what's really going on. Triggers often have deeper roots, old wounds or beliefs beneath the surface. By using the protocol, you spot patterns and understand what's really driving your reactions. This is where true growth happens, not just managing surface triggers, but healing the root cause. You gain wisdom from your emotions, not just relief. The 3-2-1 protocol isn't just self-help, it's backed by science. When triggered, your amygdala fires up. Naming your emotion activates your rational brain, calming the alarm. Perspective shifts are core to cognitive behavioral therapy, proven to change emotional patterns. Redirecting your focus strengthens your brain's ability to regulate attention and impulse. With practice, these steps rewire your brain for resilience and well-being. Small intentional acts create lasting change. Science confirms you can build emotional immunity. Imagine 2 lives. In the first, you're tossed by every trigger, drained, distracted and reactive. In the second, you're the lighthouse, calm, focused and present no matter the storm. With emotional immunity, you reclaim your energy for what matters. Your work, your relationships, your peace. This isn't fantasy, it's the result of consistent practice. Don't just listen, act. Identify one recurring trigger in your life. For the next week, every time it appears, use the 3-2-1 protocol. Acknowledge, shift, redirect, be patient. Progress, not perfection, builds the unshakable you. Your journey to inner peace starts with one small, powerful choice. Practice and watch your life transform. The calm in the storm is now yours to claim.